kind of another point, but still somewhat relevant to what I'm talking about. Now, it's easy to write certain movies off, shows off, whatever, as kids movies, kids shows, whatever. However, what does it mean when the kids movie or the kids show deals with a character known from the 90s? Now, granted, different generations are going to be interested in different things, and Sonic has always had his generation. I consider myself part of the Sega generation because that's really the only system I've ever played Sonic on. I didn't get into any of the games that came out later for the PlayStation and Xbox that were 3D. I didn't necessarily play those ones. But my point is, when you're dealing with a character like Sonic, the OG fans, the majority of your audience, is probably around their 30s now. Like, we're taking our kids to go see Sonic because we grew up with Sonic. It was one of the first games we played when we were a kid. So chances is, if you're not interested in Sonic, then your kid's not interested in Sonic. If your wife isn't interested in Sonic, same thing. And Jim Carrey's always been good at bringing a sort of maturity to a kid's property. So if you watch Sonic 3 and you think that the tones are conflicting to the point that it's a negative criticism, then maybe you just misunderstood what kind of quote-unquote kids movie this really was. But at the same time, to the studios, speaking about the studio, I feel the same way towards them. Where Matt Walsh thinks that a kids movie should be all sunshine and rainbow, the studios don't know how to blend those two. The trouble this franchise has had has been trying to figure out which market they're actually trying to hit. Because seeing all three Sonic movies now, it has Nickelodeon tone. Then it also has some sort of like aiming at teenager tone. And especially speaking on this third movie, it has those darker tones. I don't think that the franchise fully figured out what it is. So I agree with Matt Walsh when he's talking about that. Perfect example, the Knuckles show. If you didn't watch it, you saved yourself a lot of time. But it has conflicting tones in that too. Like I said, it feels like Nickelodeon, but then there's a masturbation joke in there. So that shows that they're aiming at like a 5 to 13-year-old age range. So the movies never figured out that perfect balance at all. And like I said, Jim Carrey is the main reason why all three Sonic movies work. So I agree, the studios has long forgotten how to make a proper kids property. Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and especially Disney Channel, whatever they have running on that now, they show it.